Bray Wyatt missing poster behind us for a while, and we thought it was a funny joke. And in retrospect, like looking back at it, maybe it's not gonna age.
It was funny for the time.
Yeah, it's not gonna age as well
No,
as
it's
we
not.
thought originally.
I saw somebody did comment on our TikTok.
And it was like the Bray poster.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, yeah, man, shit.
It's okay.
Episode 30.
So, well, we should go ahead and just take the poster down. So, do you think you can do that for me?
Yep.
If you need to take off your monitor,
No, it's okay.
I would do it.
His face in it even looks sad, bro. I don't see this anymore.
I know. Be careful because the tribal chief is like, oh, the wall's coming off with it.
Oh, it is.
You have to like pull down on the little tab.
I don't want the wall to come off with it. I feel bad for your wall now.
Well,
Is that my fault?
this segment is not going how I thought. All right. All right. So let's just leave it there then. We'll figure it out later.
Okay.
To honor Bray Wyatt, instead of taking the poster down, which we will eventually take down and fix the wall, I guess. Instead of doing that, I want you to, we got a nice little thing to remember Bray by, you know, one of his best characters. I think one of his great moments. We got The Fiend.
The Fiend Ultimate Edition.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty sad. It's sad looking. It's sad looking at it now, and I'm laughing, but it's just like
I wish we had one of his face, because this is not a way to remember him. Right?
I know. No, but I mean, I think it is because it's like
Gimmick-wise, yes.
it's a good way to like see how creative he was and what he was capable of.
Oh, he
So-
killed this part, bro.
Yeah.
Let me read the back here. This is where The Fiend started. The Fiend is back. Randy Orton destroyed him in the fire, but at WrestleMania 37, Bray Wyatt was reborn, more monstrous than ever. After all, The Fiend wasn't gone. He was trapped, but you can't trap the darkness forever. All you can do is let him in.
Let him in. Yowie wowie. Welcome to Midwest Midcard episode 30.
Yow, yow, yow.
So I did all that intro. You gotta put the figure back behind you. It has to be displayed.
It does.
I did that whole intro just for nothing. You can just put it right in front of the missing poster. There we go. I think it fits right in.
It still shows missing.
I know. It's okay. It is what it is.
Technically,
Hopefully someone sees the explanation.
yeah.
Wait. What a week, man. Well, this past week. Not this week. This week hasn't been too bad. But, I mean, obviously, the tributes and everything.
Bro, we lost a lot of members of the WWE family.
Yeah, so,
Of
Terry
the
Funk.
Wrestling family.
Terry Funk passed away. I think this was on, I want to say Wednesday or Tuesday of last week, if I'm
Yep.
not mistaken. Of course, we lost Bob Barker
Bob Barker.
from The Price is Right.
Yep.
And this was very recent. I think that was on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And I don't think one's more important than the other, but the one that was the hardest to digest because this person was in, his prime of his life and his career.
Absolutely, man.
We lost Bray Wyatt, and we want to take a big, I think a big chunk of the show just kind of remembering Bray and looking back on some cool stuff from Bray. Unfortunately, the stuff has come out, and it's kind of been confirmed that he died of a heart attack.
In his sleep.
Yeah, so and it's not my place to like report on like medical stuff. I'm just kind of going by what I know and what I've seen. So it's been a hard week for sure. They did a Bray tribute on Friday. I think that was the heaviest one that they did.
It was deep, bro.
But then they ran it back on Monday and then on Tuesday during NXT again. They did a 10-bell salute for him and Terry Funk.
Yep.
And then throughout the night they ran just some like Bray Wyatt moments.
Yeah. First night on Raw, they did LA Knight versus Finn Balor, which is last opponent and first opponent.
Right. So the first Fiend opponent, which was Finn Balor, and then the last Bray opponent, which was LA Knight.
Yep.
So, and that was actually on SmackDown, the main event of SmackDown. That's what it was. So yeah, I as far as Bray, I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm dressed like him today. I obviously don't have the straw hat because I just don't own a straw hat.
But you gotta get you one, bro.
But I do own a black shirt and a Hawaiian shirt. So it's classic Bray Wyatt. One of my favorite versions of Bray Wyatt, the Cult Leader.
Cult Leader, yep.
So so let me do like a little like storytelling. Before there was Bray Wyatt, there was this guy Husky Harris. So, and then before there was NXT, what we know as NXT now, there was NXT the reality show. I believe this was the second season of NXT. It had, of course, this guy named Husky Harris, and his pro was actually Cody Rhodes. So in NXT, every rookie had a pro with them that kind of like guided them. I don't know how tuned in you were around the time that this was
I don't think
going
I
on.
watched any of that, to be honest with you.
This was probably 2009, if I'm not mistaken. The first season, actually, Daniel Bryan was a rookie, and The Miz was his pro, which kind of, things happen.
It's a little weird to think about Daniel Bryan being a rookie in 2009 because he was in the WWF as a jobber.
Yeah, so he definitely was not a rookie by any means. He was a pretty, he was like 10 years into his career at that point, I bet. Maybe 11. So it was, calling him a rookie was kind of wild. But anyway, Husky Harris was an NXT. Husky Harris was known as the Army tank with a Ferrari engine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he was like big boy, but he also
could get it.
Yeah, he was fast. He was, which actually that is a really good analogy for who he like. His kind of like, kind of how he moves in the ring, his shape and everything. He's kind of like an explosive guy. To me, he always seemed like he had a lot of like, especially as Bray Wyatt, not a Husky Harris, but as Bray Wyatt, he had a lot of explosive moves. He wasn't the biggest guy, but he also wasn't like light or anything.
Absolutely.
He was just like a thick boy essentially.
Yeah, man.
But after he graduated from that, they actually sent him back to NXT when it became like regular NXT, what it is now. And that's where he developed the character of Bray Wyatt, of the Cult Leader. And, it was like a swamp, family essentially.
Yep.
Him with this dude that was also on that season of NXT, if I'm not mistaken. It was only him, Bray Wyatt with this guy. And eventually they changed it to be Luke Harper and Eric Rowan.
R.I.P. Luke Harper.
R.I.P. to Brody as well. Brody Lee. But yeah, so it became a family, and at this point, it was that's when it kind of like everything just kind of took off, and
for sure
went into like a different gear, and some of the better stuff from Bray, I think, is from that time. If I'm remembering right, I think the biggest moment with them was probably the Shield rivalry. At the time, the Shield was like super hot. And the Wyatt family was super hot, and they had a match at Elimination Chamber. They should have waited for WrestleMania, honestly, to do it, but
for sure,
they kind of blew their load on that. And it's funny that it worked out like that because Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt ended up having like a few different programs. I think at least one for sure, but it's kind of weird how it all worked out. And he also ended up working. Dean Ambrose too, and Roman Reigns. So,
okay.
It was obviously built-in story there, but I think it's kind of interesting. My favorite time for Bray, I think, was whenever they did the first draft after the original one. This was around 2016. This one when SmackDown was they called the Land of Opportunity. And around that time, it was only Bray and Luke Harper, if I'm not mistaken, because Eric Rowan went to Raw. And Eric Rowan, unfortunately, went to have a nothing career, which kind of sucks. But he was great in the Wyatt family, for sure. And around that time, they started to recruit Randy Orton. First, he had a rivalry with Randy Orton, but then it became Randy Orton was part of the Wyatt family.
That feels strange.
Yeah, so that is my favorite time. They worked the program together. Randy joined the Wyatt family, and they eventually won the tag team titles. And there's a very cool picture that I'll try to pull up of Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, and Luke Harper with the tag team titles, and it just looks like a cover of like a new metal band. Pulling it up right now. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how tuned in you went around this time. You were around this time. I'm sorry.
I was not.
But this is pretty epic.
It's
If I
like
do
the
say so
hottest
myself.
album of 2016. Bro.
I know, it's pretty crazy. It's like, I tell you, it's like my favorite picture of the three, and it's sad that like two of those people are gone.
Yeah, man.
Trying to pull it up again, but my computer is struggling. But yeah, definitely that's something cool that happened there. That they did the whole like I said, like the new Wyatt family with Randy, and eventually it led to Bray Wyatt winning the WWE Championship at Elimination Chamber, which led to Randy Orton, and Randy Orton won the Royal Rumble that year, and then it became Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, which wouldn't be their last. That didn't end up being their last match. They actually had another WrestleMania match, but there's the boy, Randy, with Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt. So
It's pretty badass.
I think it's pretty cool. So that was my favorite time. I don't know, like, obviously the Fiend's pretty cool. I don't know if you have like any kind of memories from Bray or anything.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was a fan,
Yeah.
but I do respect him
Okay.
as a wrestler. I thought he had cool gimmicks,
Yeah.
and I know we like hated on him a little bit, like what the hell's Bray doing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
but
was a lot of that.
But I think him in his most recent stint was him truly trying to be himself.
Yeah.
Because he was like crying in the ring, man. Like he was really thankful for everything that the WWE had given him and the fans and the way that the fans treated him and stuff. So, going back and watching it, it really does. It hits you a little differently than when
For sure.
live. So
Yeah, it's pretty sad. And looking back on it, we had like we were all together with our friend Zach. Shout out to Zach. We were watching the Pitch Black match, and the whole build to it was so like strange.
Oh yeah, it was very strange. Man.
But yeah, this was like Bray's latest character.
Before LA Knight was a huge megastar.
Yeah, so it's kind of wild to look back on it. But we watched the match and we were like, it was stupid, but it was just fun. And
Yeah, no, it was different.
yeah, so
The only one that they'll ever do. So
right. And now, well, I mean, I don't know. And now, like, that's like a unique match type that exists for Bray, and he had plenty of those.
oh yeah.
One of the coolest, one of the really cool things that obviously, like, I can't show on this show because WWE is gonna be pretty upset. But the first appearance of the Fiend was actually at SummerSlam. He had a match with Finn Balor. And
Was it Demon Finn Balor?
no, this was original
Okay,
recipe
okay.
Finn Balor.
Prince?
And-
Was it the Prince?
Yeah, I think this was before he even like went into that
Oh wow.
part of his gimmick.
Bet.
This was just like good old Finn Balor smiling away.
Yep.
This was around the time he was wearing like colorful trunks.
Okay.
So he would wear blue and red and white.
Weird.
And the white was give too much to the imagination.
Show that dick.
Yeah, a huge package for sure.
Finn Balor. Finn Penis.
Penis. And that first Fiend entrance is unlike anything. And I remember watching it, and this is not like this is not revisionist history. You could probably look at my tweets and see that I was like, holy shit, like I thought, and honestly, Bray had always been, someone that I like watching. I think that The Undertaker doesn't have a lot of contemporaries. There's not a lot of people you can say like, oh, that guy is like, if Undertaker wasn't here tomorrow, he's the guy that should be like The Undertaker. He didn't have a lot of those. A lot of people tried. Kevin Thorne, for example.
The Boogeyman.
The Boogeyman.
Kane.
Kane for sure.
Really, I mean, Kevin Thorne, Boogeyman, Kane, Undertaker, Bray Wyatt.
Mordecai. You probably don't even remember
I
that,
don't
dude.
even know who that Mordecai is.
It's Ruthless Aggression era.
Demon Finn Balor.
Yeah, maybe some of that. But he doesn't have a lot of contemporaries, like I said.
For sure.
And Bray was that guy. And whenever he came out as the Fiend, I was like, they can really do something special with this guy.
Yeah.
Like, bring him out, a few times per year and, show this, like, really dark side of Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
And I was so amazed. They took his original song, I think they renamed it, but it was called Broken Out in Love. So they took that and they made it, like, they twisted it into, like, a brand new, like, song. And it was really something special. And I don't know. I was really, really, I guess I thought it was really something special. And I'm not just saying that. It was really cool. It was one of those things that, like, you had to be there for it. So
Absolutely, yeah, man.
So yeah, I mean, I don't want to drag this out too much with Bray.
So let's take a moment of silence for all lost over the week, bro.
An explosion. Okay, so moving on from maybe not so sad things. Did you watch All In? Did you?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, well, I mean, really asking.
Yeah, we went in with it. We went all in together.
We went all in together.
Yeah, bro.
No, I mean, I'm asking to segue into talking about All In.
Hell yeah, I watched it. It was phenomenal.
I think it was a great show, honestly, truly.
It gave me a new respect for AEW, honestly.
They definitely delivered. And here's something funny about this whole thing. I think the best matches were the matches that were nothing like AEW normally puts on. The best matches to me were Samoa Joe and CM Punk.
See, I couldn't click with that one.
Really?
Damn. I don't know why.
I love that match.
I wanted to so bad, but it just didn't hit the way I wanted it to.
Well, the other match that I liked was the main event. I think the main event was fantastic.
Stadium Stampede was fucking awesome.
The Stadium Stampede was something special,
bro,
for sure.
That was like a fucking top 20 match of all time, bro. Like that, it was so cool.
What a wild concept. Not even concept. What a wild way to present like this like violence.
Oh man.
And I'm not a fan of deathmatch stuff. There was a little bit of like stuff that I was like, I don't know about that.
The fork,
yeah, like the sign with the fork and the skewers. I'm not a big fan, but like and I'm kind of jumping around. But whenever Orange Cassidy wrapped his fist in tape
in the glass,
and he like put in the glass, I think that was fucking cool as shit.
Bro, that was fucking awesome. I was like, what's he doing right now? I didn't expect him to do that.
I know.
Bro.
I was like, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah, that was pretty sick, man.
That was such a weird setup, and everyone involved is fantastic. Even like whenever Sue, which is Trent's mom, whenever she pulled up in the van, and then like she had a the baking sheet
with the brownies and cookies or whatever.
That was funny.
Yeah, man.
And then Mox, plucked a kiss on her.
Yeah.
It was pretty wild. And
it was really, really fun. It definitely set the tone, honestly.
And Orange Cassidy continues to be that, he's got that 99 overall, man.
He does. Actually.
He's fucking.
I gained a new respect for him.
He's wild, dude. And his book's so strong.
He's there every single week, bro. What, like, they have like 3 shows a week? I think he's on all of them.
But he's always, he actually defended the international title last night on Dynamite.
Yeah, and he won probably. Yeah.
And he retained it against Penta.
Yep.
And he's facing Mox at All Out this Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
That should be the main event, by the way.
It should, actually.
No, I mean, you truly, like, why the fuck are you running All Out this Sunday, first of all? Second of all, if you're not going to have MJF defend the title, since he's the fucking world champion,
yep.
Have Orange Cassidy, man. It's like, because eventually it's going to become a huge fucking deal who beats him for it.
Exactly.
Because he's
already defended it more times than Roman has since he's been fucking champion.
I think he's
the last 2 months.
He's up to like over 30 defenses.
He defends it every week.
And he hasn't been a champion for a fucking year.
I know, man.
It's wild.
Roman Reigns just hit 3.
I know. And he probably has, he has as many as him, right? Or probably more at this point. Orange Cassidy has more defenses than Roman.
Oh, easily.
It's wild.
Easily.
But I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, listen, I think something that I read is that, and I brought it up before, Samoa Joe and CM Punk are like, they're wrestlers from a different generation. They have a style,
Oh yeah.
and they're kind of old school, but they're like old school in a weird like
With
new
a
school
twist
way.
to it.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
because they still have like wrestling matches, as opposed to being like. And this is not a knock on like the Bucks, their style, and Kenny Omega. I was not a fan of the 3-on-3 with
Nope.
Bullet Club Gold and
Nope.
the Golden Elite. I thought it to me just never like clicked. Like you said with CM Punk and Joe. But I think whatever Joe and CM Punk did was really special, and I think that you should go back and rewatch it.
I'm like I said, I wanted it to like hit me in my feels. I wanted to feel good about it. It just, I don't know, man. Like something like CM Punk has this like aura about him,
Mm-hmm.
and like I just feel like it's just not there right now.
Interesting. Do you think that the backstage stuff is kind of getting in the way?
I truly never thought that I would say like that, but like his backstage antics are like kind of becoming like a burden for him.
CM Punk, it's time to come home. Paul, Sean, Vince, they all want you there, man.
CM Punk needs
He needs to come home.
if because obviously AEW is not working out for CM Punk, man. I mean,
Well, no one's checking his ego, and like
I know,
obviously
he
this
just
is like a.
just run rampant all over the fucking people, man.
And obviously when he was around, Taker was there to be like, you need to fucking chill the fuck out.
Exactly. He had
Taker's not
mentors.
there anymore.
He had mentors.
Right.
Now he is
Well,
what people would think would be a mentor, but he's really just a fucking.
He just got in trouble. But you know what I think the issue is? I think that he he came up old school. He
did.
came up like he was in there with like guys that, obviously not wrestling anymore. And he kind of came up with them. And I know that like it seems like, well, he's kind of like a new school guy. Well, yes, but also you got to think of like how locker rooms were whenever he was coming up. And he was trying to make like a name for his own.
Oh yeah.
You got to think of like what he had to go through. And I'm not saying that like people should like fight in the back and like get it over with. But also like back there, those mentors, like they would keep you in check. And obviously WWE was like so tight knit that like everyone kind of had respect for each other. And obviously like if you did something stupid, they would take you to wrestler's court and they would be like, all right, so like what do you do? What can you do to fix it? And I feel like a lot of the young talent in AEW just don't want to hear from CM Punk.
I know, man.
And
It's
I think
like,
that's a mistake. I think that's a mistake both ways. Punk shouldn't be so fucking aggressive and egotistical, but also like I think the young talent need to fucking listen to him. I think he knows what he's talking about, right?
we think.
I would say so. And I'm not. And listen, I'm a huge CM Punk fan, so I have a huge bias.
I love CM Punk.
But hear me out. There, someone can be cool and you can like him, and then he can also, cool sometimes, and then he can also just be shitty. He can be an asshole and he can be a good wrestler.
We've talked about this before in previous shows, actually.
Exactly. And I mean, honest, and now we're just taking up time with CM Punk instead of talking about All In.
Listen, I'll be honest. CM Punk, even when he wasn't in AEW, we were talking about him every week.
For sure. And I think, and that's kind of sad that it takes away from like.
He's got that in him, man. I mean, in WWE, he had mentors, like you said, but now he's dealing with all these young kids, and he probably thinks that they think they know it all because he's jealous that they're younger than him and more talented than him right now, I guess. And he's just still holding on to that old dog in him.
Yeah, and like, I guess because but even, I don't know.
I'm not taking anything away from CM Punk. What he's did is amazing, but literally 75% of his time in the AEW, he's been suspended or fighting with people backstage.
I mean, yeah, it's at least half of the time.
It's just been drama filled. This is like a fucking soap opera for wrestlers right now.
It's kind of interesting. I like it. Sometimes I like it more than the actual AEW show.
Hey, man.
But listen, they had All In 81,035.
Fucking humongous, bro. The crowd looked crazy.
It was very surreal to see it not being produced by WWE.
I know.
It was something special. But going back to what I said, the matches that I like the most, which was CM Punk, Joe, and then the main event with Cole and MJF.
Yep.
First of all, MJF's entrance was fucking crazy.
Bro, that dude's the fucking GOAT, bro.
I think Wembley solidified him as like, I think he's not coming up anymore. He's just established.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
People usually hit their prime when they're 37. In their 30s.
He's under 30, right?
He's fucking 24 years old.
Damn. I mean, he's about as good as anybody, honestly. And that's like, this part of him is kind of like proving my point that I said that he needs to go to WWE and then be able to do his shtick there. Now he's doing WWE stuff in AEW.
I know, bro.
That's fucking insane.
Literally, man. Look, I get cold chills. I don't know if y'all can see this. Cold chills. At the end of the match, in the main event, whenever he won.
Yeah.
Dude is such a fucking... Dude is amazing.
He was...
Buddy, listen, buddy. It's okay, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. And then he's like, just watch. He went and got him the belt, the Ring of Honor title, and he threw it out.
Yeah.
And then, whoa. What happened?
Keep going.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay. I was confused. My bad. Adam Cole threw the belt, and he's like, "You're a fucking fake friend. You're a piece of shit fake friend." And then he's like, "Hit me. That's all you wanted me for was the title anyways." And then he couldn't do it. And then they hugged each other, bro. What a fucking moment.
And again, like, this is very unlike AEW. Normally, there's like, let's go out there, let's have the best match ever. Which they were able to have a good match. And a lot of it was just like, wrestling shenanigans. It wasn't even like, oh my God, they did a cool move. It was like,
it was real wrestling.
There was like a story with it that made the match feel like
Absolutely.
even bigger.
Oh, for sure. And like before, when Adam Cole faced MJF, Adam Cole wanted 5 more minutes.
Yeah, because they went to a time limit.
MJF wouldn't give it to him.
Yeah.
Well, here, the double clothesline ended in a draw. Which I was like, there's no fucking way this is how this fucking ends right now. And then he was like, I'm not going to give you 5 more minutes. No. He's like, we're going to whole fucking somebody to this fucking wins.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's such a, like, a average, like, just wrestling storytelling. Like, who gives a shit about the wrestling, honestly? It's just, like, about, like, hey, this is a callback to what happened before. And we're going to, like, I care so much about you, man, that I want us to, like, have this match and, like, finish it. And
yeah.
I mean, so far, they're still friends. There was nobody turned.
Nope. I was really happy about it because I really like seeing them together. Honestly, it's like Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
It's kind of crazy and like, well, obviously, and the question is always like, where do you go from here? Like, what's next for them?
Obviously, in the future, down the road, one's got to turn on one or the other.
Yeah, I think it's kind of it just can't.
But here's another.
There's just
question.
no way to end it without one of them turning on each other.
Absolutely. Who beats MJF for the title?
I don't think it should be Cole. I don't know. Maybe it should be Cole.
I think you just let MJF keep the fucking title until he retires.
I wish that if, in a perfect world, this happens, it runs its course, and then after MJF gets comfortable, and he's like really popular, he's already like a huge babyface somehow, some way.
He somehow finagled his way into being a babyface.
He figured it out. I wish that maybe this is all a work to get CM Punk to be hated. And then maybe you can have the real world champion versus the world champion.
Yeah, man. Fair.
And if they ran back CM Punk and MJF, I think that could main event fucking All In next year.
Oh, absolutely, bro. Yeah, for sure, man.
But I don't know because and then it goes back to the CM Punk thing, of course. Which I mean I did it to myself, but if let's say that this is all a work. Let's say that we are just puppets and the backstage drama is all just part of a bigger story.
Yeah, maybe.
It doesn't seem that way though. But
no, it doesn't.
I mean, and if it
the way that they're presenting it,
right, it doesn't seem that way. But then if it doesn't, maybe maybe Tony Khan's a genius,
and we're just
maybe the coke is just like crazy.
Fucking, he's like on some limitless shit, bro.
Yeah, probably. I mean, but probably not. I mean, like we're giving him too much credit, honestly.
Hey. Now, was there a press conference afterwards?
Yeah, but Punk wasn't there.
He was like, I can't say what I want to say. So
I mean, if I was Tony,
I
first
wouldn't fucking let him say
first
what he
good
wants.
decision not
Yeah.
to let him be there.
Yeah.
The last time was it's crazy that it happened also in All In a week before All Out, and then I don't know what was gonna happen in Collision, but CM Punk may not be at he may just not be at All Out at all,
Yeah.
and not having CM Punk in Chicago, it's pretty crazy.
So All Out is in Chicago?
Yes,
Damn, he's got to be there. He's got to be, man.
that's what I'm saying. You book yourself into a corner.
It's wild that MJF did make himself a babyface somehow and still is like this like anti-hero.
He just didn't change who he is. He's just like
People are just starting to get it finally, man. Like,
I
this is
guess.
who he is.
I mean, it's kind of like people were not gonna boo him anyway, so
He's fucking AEW's AJ Styles, bro.
I don't know what he is, but I think that this solidified him as like the guy in AEW. I don't think he's like. They're just. I'm sorry, Hangman. I mean, I thought you were him.
Oh, I've never thought that. No
Well,
disrespect to Hangman.
I thought you were him, but turns out MJF is him.
MJF is the man, bro.
He's him, man.
He's him on some Kevin Gates shit.
It's wild. It's really wild. Kind of a talking point out of All In though. There was one women's match, and I know that I'm gonna expose you as a women's match hater.
She-man, woman hater. He-man, woman hater.
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't care for this match anyway, but also like it just didn't have a lot going on with it. It has the characters. It just doesn't have like the story, and that's something you're gonna run into whenever you have a 4-way, because how do you run a story with 4 people?
Exactly.
The only story there really was that
Saraya
and Tony Storm are in the
friends.
same group, yeah,
Exactly.
and that's it.
Bro, she
She ate that fucking.
ate that
that
stomp,
crystal.
though.
Yeah.
Damn.
That was crazy.
I was watching it and I was like, holy fuck, dude.
Well, whenever she was set up for that, I was like,
it was like this like turtle move, like the Mexican surfboard or whatever it's called.
it's Soraya's move. She has a name for it. Like that's like her submission move.
I know.
But I could see like Britt Baker like out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, what the fuck? Like she about to like break it up or something, and then she just fucking stomped her head.
Is it just me or does Britt Baker look just like
Chelsea Green. Yeah, they're like twins.
Bro, I was like watching. I'm like, wait,
Is that Chelsea
she's
Green?
in the WWE. Are they twins actually for real? Why they look so much alike?
Because all white people look the same.
Damn, they do. They do.
What can I say?
But we also got to see some fucking Big Show action in there, dog.
Yeah, Paul White. That was in the pre-show.
He like tore his fucking ACL. Did you see that?
I don't know what happened.
Bro, his
to it.
leg like did not
The
look good.
buckle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Well, yeah, Grado came out.
You can tell he's slowing down. That's sad, bro. I was watching WWE ECW today
Boo.
at work.
I'm not cutting that.
And it was Big Show versus Bobby Lashley for
Damn.
the ECW title on. And did you know ECW just one time on their show just ran a fucking elimination chamber on a regular show?
Oh no, wasn't that at the December to Dismember, or was it on an episode?
Is that what it was? I could have swore I watched it on just a regular show. It might be
December to Dismember.
Yeah.
I think it was December to Dismember.
I
If
was
they
just-
did it running do it, I mean, well, there's been a Hell in a Cell match on SmackDown and a TLC match
That's fucking
and a
crazy.
Money in the Bank match.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, there's been a Money in the Bank match on SmackDown.
But yeah, how did you rate All In
Overall,
on a scale of 1 to 10? Because we didn't do predictions for All In.
no. I think the highs were really high, and I think the lows were like low.
Yeah.
But overall, well, Jericho and Will Ospreay, that was fucking incredible too. I love that match.
I really like Will Ospreay actually. That dude can go.
We've been sleeping on Ospreay. Actually, I've been in our group chat. I've been like, this motherfucker,
You
dude,
have been
he's
talking
great.
up Will, bro. Yeah. Chris Jericho just needs to get the fuck out of there.
I think Chris Jericho was really good though. There was Will Ospreay was setting up for the what's it called, Stormbreaker.
Yep.
He had him on his shoulder, and Jericho jumps and does like a freaking Hurricane Rana, so fast. Like I've never seen anything like that. Jericho has never moved, not even when he was young. He has never moved that fast. I don't know where he got that from, but it was like, he was like on Rey Mysterio, like 97 Rey Mysterio speed. Like
Damn.
it was fucking crazy. That was another great match, and I'm ashamed that I forgot about that one. But overall, what would I rate it? It's hard because I think it was solid. I'll probably give it. I mean, I'll probably give it like an 8.
I'll give it an 8.
A very strong 8,
Yeah.
like almost 9, and it's only because I didn't like the 3-on-3 match. Maybe it was only a 3-on-3 match I didn't like. I think the Young Bucks and FTR, I think it was a really great match, but I think it was the weakest of their matches.
Yeah.
But FTR was fantastic on that. I didn't like the House of Black versus the what the fuck is their name? The Acclaimed and Billy Gunn. I didn't like that match at all. I think it was cool that House of Black came out with the Bray Wyatt lantern. I think that was pretty cool. And with the Fireflies.
I think it's cool that
they acknowledge that.
They're letting AEW acknowledge Bray Wyatt.
I mean, how can you not? A lot of them were Bray Wyatt's like co-workers and friends, of course.
Yeah,
so,
man, absolutely, yeah.
I mean, and obviously Luke Harper passed away, but I mean, he worked there, so I'm sure that.
Oh, true.
There was that connection too. So.
Also, bro, we got to see Sasha Banks there, bro.
She was Mercedes Moné.
Is that her actual name?
That's her. That's her new. That's her new name. Sasha Banks belongs to WWE. So
okay, I feel it, okay.
She used to be Mercedes KV before she went to WWE, and now she's Mercedes Moné, which is like money. Her theme is like money.
Shane McMahon's bitch. Ooh, I'm sorry. You're not a bitch. Shouldn't say that.
Telling you, I wasn't lying. Woman hater right here. What a 8. That's what I would rate it.
Yeah, 8. Yeah, for sure.
I was happy with it. But unfortunately, AEW is not building on their momentum as AEW does. This is some 2000s WCW shit that they do.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what?
Fire ass pay-per-views, terrible main shows.
You know what really made me upset? And it's such a nitpicky thing. But on Wednesday, Jericho was like talking about like, he's like, I'm here and I fucking lost and I suck and Sammy Guevara be my friend. He said like 81,035 and that number is shoot. It's like, come on, dude. Obviously, like everyone that watches AEW is a fucking nerd, but people that aren't, like, they don't know what the fuck that means.
Yeah, literally.
That number is shoot. What are you talking about, dude? That's the shit that WCW used to do in like 2000s. It's like, obviously, I don't want you to insult my intelligence, but also like stop using like insider terms. It's just, I just hate when they do that shit.
Not all people are on your level, Jericho.
I just don't like. I think that a little bit of like realism in wrestling is cool, but I don't like when they use like insider terms because I don't know.
Yeah.
It just takes me out of it.
No, I feel it. I feel it.
So, anyway, we have Payback coming up.
Let's go.
And it's another title defense for you.
Bro, I'm a 2-time. Well, let's see. I won it, and I defended it at SummerSlam. And now I'm defending it again.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same reign. So
2 months reigning for 2 months.
I think it's been what a weird. I don't know. To me, Payback hasn't had the strongest build. That's not to say that it's gonna be a bad show. I think the wrestling is gonna deliver in, crazy ways. Of course.
It's just weird that we're having a pay-per-view with no Roman Reigns, no Bloodline, or anything.
That is weird.
It's very strange.
And also, like, no Gunther.
Damn, what the fuck happened to him?
I mean, he's just not on the show.
Damn.
He's defending against your boy
Gable.
Chad Gable. But
Chad Gable finally, somebody give him a loss, bro, but it was a count out, but still.
I know. That was crazy, though.
That was fucking awesome.
Let's see. So let's go through the card, and we'll predict. We'll kind of talk about the match. Let's get started with we have L.A. Knight versus The Miz. So I talked about this with Taylor last week. LA Knight's been like on every show since they started building this.
Really?
He's been on Raw and SmackDown.
And SmackDown, bro. The workhorse, bro.
Well, Miz did on Raw. He like came out dressed like LA Knight.
Fucking phenomenal. Honestly.
Fooled me. Honestly, I went to pick up my groceries and I was sitting in the car waiting for them, so I put on the show, and when he came out, I was like, oh shit, LA Knight's here. And then like, since I was watching on my phone screen, it was little, so it's like, okay, he's there. And then eventually people started booing, and I was like, what the fuck? It was because it was Miz.
Yeah, bro.
And Miz has a good LA Knight voice.
Bro, Miz does so many impersonations good. John Cena, The Rock.
His Rock also, like, I remember when it happened too, it threw me, like, I was like, The Rock looks like 3 times smaller for some reason.
Literally, man.
Because this was at the time that, like, Rock, I mean, he's huge now, but he was pretty fucking big. But it just took me out so much.
Yeah.
LA Knight and Miz, this has been a test for LA Knight.
He's been killing it though, man.
But he's had to prove himself, which he hasn't had to do in any rivalries so far.
He is though.
Well, I mean, he is, but he just has to now.
I feel you. No, absolutely.
So it's like, how many of these are gonna be there? You know, obviously, like, I mean, he's not gonna face Cena anytime soon. But like, when that day comes, is he gonna be ready for that? Maybe. I don't know, but I feel like Cena would give him his props.
First off, before we get into this shit, we got John Cena coming back for like 8 weeks straight. Bro.
Yeah, he's coming back. So this comes out on Friday. So he's coming back tonight. If you're watching on Friday.
Yeah, man.
If he already came back and he did something crazy, then I'm gonna predict what he's gonna do. He's gonna go in the ring. He's gonna pull his pants down. He's gonna shit his pants like right in the middle of the ring.
Speaking of shit matches, do you remember what happened in The Rock versus the British Bulldog? Do you know about that? The poop.
Oh, is that when he like rock bottomed him onto
onto
poop?
The shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Attitude Era, man.
Some wild ass shit, bro.
Not as good as you remember.
I know it's truly not actually.
I think there's a lot of good, but some of the shows they were wacky.
It's just like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, they were wacky.
Yeah,
and honestly, most of the matches weren't that good.
Nope. Not at all.
But it's good. It's cool to look back.
It's nostalgic.
Yeah.
It is.
There was a lot in Raw that you were like, what the hell? I liked it because it was like a lot of shenanigans.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot that is like, what the fuck is this, man? Anyway.
But yeah, LA Knight's been proving himself, honestly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be straight up with you here. I like that they're doing LA Knight versus Miz because right now LA Knight is the most like loved guy. Mm-hmm. And Miz is, for years, he's been the most hated dude out there.
And for Miz, it's cool that even now, like, he's able to get cheers, of course, but even now people like will hate him. Even when there's a lot of like goodwill for Miz. So
for sure.
That's hard to do. That's hard to accomplish.
Oh yeah.
And in an era where like reality and wrestling kind of gets blurred, I think it's hard to like truly be booed or truly be cheered. And Miz is able to like have people like, you know, just hate him.
Yep.
So that's great.
I got LA Knight here, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm picking LA Knight as well. I don't think there's any other way around it. I doubt Miz is gonna win.
Yeah.
But I mean, they might throw a fucking wrench and
that'd be fucking crazy, man.
Let's move on to
what would that do to LA Knight's
momentum? Losing or winning?
Losing.
I don't think anything really.
You don't think so, really?
But it's just like, where do you go from there? Well, you're right. What will do? Because he's a loser so far.
Exactly.
He's got to get a win. Yeah.
He has to, man.
Rey Mysterio versus Austin Theory for the WWE United States title.
I'm choosing Rey Mysterio.
I mean, I guess I could just kind of like try to like make it like.
Bro, I want you to pick who you actually think is going to pick. I don't want interestingness.
I know, but maybe I could win that title.
Yeah, maybe, honestly. For this title right here, but even though this is the predictions title.
What's the story here? Rey beat Austin Theory because Santos Escobar couldn't do the match.
Yep.
And that's about it.
That's basically it. Listen, I'm going to be real. If Austin Theory wins, what do you do?
You're going to be all elite if he wins.
Where do you go from there? It's dead in the water. Austin Theory he's asleep, bro.
I still think that, I mean, I think it's too early to do this, but Santos could like turn on Rey.
Yeah.
I think that's.
I don't know if he'll do that though. I mean, he really, truly. I mean, he has a lot of respect for Rey.
Yeah, but Rey kind of stole his chance at the title, and not only that, but he won the title.
He did. I think they'll respectfully have a match against each other for it.
I don't know. It's hard to pull that off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking Rey Mysterio. So,
Bet.
and you're picking Rey Mysterio as well?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
All right. Let's move on to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor, Damian Priest in a Steel City street fight for the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles. Kevin Owens was absent for a couple weeks. He came back, I think, last week or the week before. No, I think it was or this week, maybe.
I think it was the week before.
Well, he's back. He has been back. And finally, they're defending the fucking titles.
It's been a minute.
It feels like it's been a while.
Yeah, man.
Their first, I think they're gonna lose the titles. I think it's time. I mean, and I don't know that it's time, but like, the Judgment Day can't keep fucking losing, man.
They can, man. I mean, maybe they can. Maybe this is the crumbling point.
But I think it's too early. There's a lot to tell, and maybe they lose again, and then they're like, "See you later, Priest."
I mean, because Rhea, she said, Judgment Day always comes out here every week, and they talk about how we're the greatest tag team, and then you guys are always fighting about something.
Yeah.
She's like, it's like people don't take us seriously anymore.
She's acknowledging what we're all thinking.
I know, man.
So,
we love you, Rhea. Does Rhea have a match in this shit? Oh, Raquel. Okay. Never mind, we'll get
she
there.
does.
Look, I'll pick Rio. I love Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, but I don't see him winning.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see them winning, but I also don't see Finn Balor and Damian Priest as
Tag team champions
because Damian Priest has the Money in the Bank title.
Hey, but they just told a crazy story in AEW about two unlikely friends and something in the way.
I know, I feel you. I'm picking KO and Sammy.
Okay.
It's a safe one. I like to see them win because I really like them together, but to be honest, Kevin Owens has been giving Sami Zayn some weird looks.
You think so? You think it's time to turn?
I think Kevin Owens
He's going to cost him the match.
Thinks Sami Zayn is like the main star of their tag team.
Interesting.
And
you think he's jealous?
I don't know if it's jealousy, but I think it's definitely like, you think you're better than me type shit.
Kevin Owens has been known to be a little bit overbearing and jealous, and
he'll fight anybody,
and he'll get in his way because because he's paranoid.
Exactly. So I think that is a possibility, but for now, to be honest with you, I'm picking Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Okay, I'm gonna pick Finn Balor and Damian Priest. I think that there's a very real possibility they're gonna win, so I'm picking Finn Balor and Damian Priest.
Bet.
What do we got next? Your favorite type of match for the women's world title? Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez.
I can't bet against Rhea, so it's Rhea.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking Rhea too. Raquel is like a contender. She's just not there. And Rhea has been so dominating since WrestleMania that it's just hard for me to say like...
Did you see her pick up Kevin Owens and fucking body slam?
Yeah, that was a few... Yeah, I think that was the week that he got in... No, that was the week he came back.
I want to do that to me. With no clothes on.
Bro, it would be so easy to do it to you.
That's fine.
Just
let her just...
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's really not much to say here. Raquel was injured and she came back. She's like, I'm cleared, bitch. Did she say bitch?
I think
she probably said bitch. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah, Rhea Ripley. This is all Rhea. This was kind of interesting. Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus.
It's Trish's time to get the fuck out of there. It's Becky.
You think it's Becky?
Yeah, man. I don't know how long of a contract Trish signed to be here, but her time is over.
It just hasn't been hitting, man.
It's not.
I did like the match with Zoe Stark and Becky this Monday.
Oh, bro, it was fucking awesome.
That was really fun.
Put them both through a table.
Yeah,
bro.
that was crazy. The ending was crazy.
And she was like crying at the end, bro. That was amazing. Man.
Yeah.
Hell of a main event. Way to capitalize on the main event, guys, for real.
That was great. You know what? I don't know. I think Becky's gotta get a win.
Yeah.
Becky, she was not at SummerSlam. Well, now I'm just using logic. You know what? I'm picking Trish. I think Trish could win.
Again?
Yeah.
You
Fuck
think
it.
Trish is gonna win again?
Fuck it.
That could be the more that makes or break you right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Trish.
All right.
She helped me before. She'll help me again.
You're not wrong there, actually.
And then
Is this the
we
main
got
event?
I think this is the main event. Pretty short card, which I'm not mad about. I like 5-6 match shows. So, we got Seth freaking Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the World Heavyweight Title. What are your thoughts on this, man? It looks
don't
like
know.
this. I like that it's hard to call.
This one is.
They've done enough to make Shinsuke out to be a threat, which I told you, but you don't fucking listen to me. I said, hey, you know what? He's picking up some wins. Maybe he can be a contender.
You were right.
And all it took was a few packages and a few promos with subtitles. And he is like a fucking like crazy, like
With subtitles.
last week he was like, you're in pain constantly. And then next week he's like, fucking your wife is gonna feel sorry for you.
I like this. Josh at work, Chris Binchois, shout out to my boy. I did this too. I say, I know about your back.
Do you whisper?
Yeah, bro. Shinsuke's been on fire, bro.
He has been.
He's putting on his like his demon days bullshit, bro.
I do like that Seth is like, yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard out here for someone like me. I have two vertebrae. And Shinsuke's like, I am going to kill you. Like, I'm literally going to end
Literally,
your
bro.
career.
Yeah, man. Shinsuke's going hard. This one's tough. This one's really, really tough.
Honestly, I'm going to pick whatever you don't pick, but I have a reasoning for it. Not because of the scores, but because, well, I want to make sure. Let me give you my prediction. I think I want to pick Shinsuke Nakamura. So I'll make it easier on you. I'll let you pick, but just know that I think Shinsuke's going to win.
Last time we bet against Seth Rollins and he won
Mm-hmm.
at SummerSlam.
And I was pretty sure about that one too, so who
I
knows?
was pretty positive that Finn Balor was going to win, honestly.
Yeah.
This one's tough, though. This one's tough.
So Seth won at Night of Champions, right?
He did.
I don't think it's like, he went out there, he defended the title, he looked good. I think it's time for him to have a little break, Not back break, but just
not
a
back
break.
Yeah, he's been the workman's
I
champion.
mean, Bianca is, she's out right now. She's out with an injury, but taking some time off.
Yeah.
Maybe Seth needs some time off. And this is kind of mixing story and kayfabe.
I know what you mean. This one's so tough, honestly. Because, like, obviously, like, I want Seth to win.
Yeah.
But also, I know I was bashing Shinsuke, but, like, dude, he's on his shit.
He is.
He's on fire, bro. Damn, man. I'm not trying to take up a lot of time, but I just really don't know.
So good.
Man. I'm trying to, like, think long term.
Yeah.
Seth is a long-term champion. You can have him with this title for a long time. Shinsuke, if he keeps cutting promos and shit like this, he could be a long-term champion. But how long can he keep doing this?
Sure. I think that a mouthpiece would be ideal for him. But I do like the pre-tapes a lot. I think they've done a fantastic job with
Oh,
them.
yeah, they've killed that shit. Damn it. Fuck, man. I don't know what to do.
I mean, just pick with your heart, I guess.
Let me just think.
Dun, 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 dun. For the ones listening on audio,
Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm picking Shinsuke.
you're picking Shinsuke. Okay. You can pick Shinsuke. I think
But-
that...
Plot
What?
twist. Shinsuke wins.
Oh, and Damian Priest cashes
Damian
in.
Priest catches in on Shinsuke.
Yeah.
Because let's be real.
You said that fucking SummerSlam. Too.
I did, but listen. SummerSlam had a lot of big matches.
No SummerSlam. Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
SummerSlam had a lot of big name matches. Okay? No offense to this card. It's not all that exciting.
Yeah.
That could be the exciting point
You think so?
for it.
There was a catch in at SummerSlam. So.
Exactly. So I'm picking Shinsuke, but This is not like a prediction, but that could happen.
Okay.
I'm picking Shinsuke.
All right, then I'll go ahead and I'll take Seth Rollins to retain.
Okay.
You can take Shinsuke.
Bet.
And yeah, I mean, I think that I think I let you choose because I think that it could go either way, and I think that picking Shinsuke is a very I mean, it's kind of it's a very real possibility. I know I said that with Finn, but somehow, some way, they pulled it off again. They made it so that the contender seems like they're gonna do it.
They're gonna win, exactly.
They're just beating fucking Seth Rollins' ass.
Bro.
Can't catch a break.
They've been picking the opponents very, very well for Seth Rollins.
For sure.
And I need to pull my dick out of my butt. Hang on.
Anyway, I think that's pretty much all we have, right?
I got a little something for you.
Oh shit.
I like this, so I'm gonna do it again. We're gonna do start bench cut again, bro.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's just do it real quick. Let's just wrap this shit up, dog.
It's okay.
All right, bro. Start bench cut. Y'all know the drill. Just don't even pay attention to me. All right, bro. WWE style. This one's tough.
Okay.
I'll give you a tough one on this one. We got start bench cut. Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton.
Okay. Whew, that's tough. Okay. Well, honestly, I'll start Roman. I would bench Cody, and I would cut Randy.
Damn.
And this is just like current day.
Okay.
Because, I mean, Randy is on his way out anyway, and it's tough. But Randy is great, and I love him, and I think he's one of the best to ever do it. But he's just never been the guy. So, I think Cody could very well be the guy, and Roman is the guy. So,
You said Randy's never been the guy?
not really. I mean, he's been a guy.
16-time world champion.
I understand that, but like, think about like all his world championship. They've only been like the secondary championship, and when he was WWE champion, John Cena was the one that was like waiting for him, and John Cena was the guy.
I guess you're right.
So this is not a knock on Randy, but
That's
I'm
fair.
sorry.
I respect it.
He's one of the best to ever do it. He's just not the guy. He's just not that guy, pal.
I'm starting Cody, benching Roman, and cutting Randy as well.
Oh damn.
Current.
Well, you started Cody. I started Roman.
Yeah. AEW. Start bench cut. John Moxley, MJF, CM Punk.
Damn, I wish the third one wasn't CM Punk.
Here, you got to start MJF, you got to bench Moxley, and you got to cut CM Punk.
I think, I don't know. I think there's more value in starting MJF, benching CM Punk, and cutting Moxley.
Damn.
Long term, if you want to sell toys, if you want to like have like sponsors, I'm sorry, but you need somebody like CM Punk, you need somebody like MJF. And I love John Moxley. I think he's great. He's a hometown or, local boy.
He's our hometown hero, bro.
But when you put him up against two of the heavyweights, it's hard. It's hard to say.
Absolutely.
Anybody else but CM Punk there, I'm putting Moxley over, whoever that is. But
Bet. I feel you. WCW. Sid Vicious, Diamond Dallas Page, Kevin Nash.
Sid Vicious. All right, I'm cutting Sid. Sorry. Psycho Sid. Sid Vicious.
Because he has half the brain that you do.
I think this is tough because I love Kevin Nash, especially around that time. But how can you not start DDP?
I know.
I mean, come on.
I know, man.
Honestly. So bench, cut Sid Vicious, bench Kevin Nash, start Diamond Dallas Page.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm same.
Okay.
ECW style.
Oh no.
Your best friend, the guy we met at Big Time Wrestling,
Okay.
Just Incredible. Mike Awesome, New Jack.
Oh, that's easy money. I'm cutting Just Incredible. I'm sorry, but come on.
He didn't do shit.
I'm starting Mike Awesome for sure, and I'm benching New Jack. But it could easily go either way. Mike Awesome was pretty fucking great, though. He was awesome, so.
Bro, Mike Awesome was the shit.
And this was around the time where, like, there weren't, like, too many big guys that could, like, move like him, so.
Oh, yeah.
He did some crazy shit. And he was also, like, so out of his element there. Like, nobody really did it like him, so.
Literally, man.
He was a
I watched a
crazy fucker.
the other day. Was watching a pay-per-view, and Just Incredible was in like WWF, and he was a tag team partner with Road Dogg.
What the fuck?
And they were like rapping and shit. It was so fucking weird, bro.
That's pretty cringe.
TNA, Mike Bailey, Bully Ray, Rhino.
No, I'm cutting Bully Ray all day.
You don't fuck with Bully Ray?
No.
He's pretty political.
He's just stupid. He just says some dumb shit on his radio show, which I say some dumb shit on here, so more power to him.
That's fair.
I have to cut Bully, sorry. Now it's hard. Mike Bailey's fantastic. I don't know. I'll probably bench Rhino and start Mike Bailey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. Now, this one, you only got one option here. Gangrel,
Gangrel.
Gilbert, the Brooklyn Brawler.
Oh, damn. I thought you should have done the Brood. Christian, Edge, Gangrel.
Oh, damn. Well,
That would have been easy, but
that's
I'm
easy,
cutting Gangrel. I'm sorry. I love my boy Gangrel. That's easy. You're like, I'm
okay,
starting
like,
Gangrel.
I'm like, damn.
It's Christian and Edge, man. Come on.
No, I was like talking like now. I'm like, what?
Uh,
For
all
those
right.
who know, Gangrel and me are best friends.
I'm starting Gangrel on this one. I'm benching Gilbert and I'm cutting.
The Brooklyn Brawler.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, he didn't really do a whole lot there.
But okay, I mean, you know what? I'm switching. I'm benching Brooklyn Brawler and I'm cutting Gilbert. Actually,
Gilbert was the shit, bro.
I think Brooklyn Brawler had more to give.
It's funny for his time because when Gilbert was in the WWF, Goldberg was in WCW.
Yeah.
So like it was just like a filler,
Yeah.
which is fucking hilarious, honestly, man. And I
It's like
fucked with it. Wow.
Extra jobber.
Yeah.
Another one of Vince's cool ideas.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Episode 30, bro.
yeah, we didn't introduce ourselves in the beginning, but it's okay.
Y'all
People know who we are. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Y'all know who he is.
Thank you so much for listening. If you like this, make sure that you click like on Facebook or Facebook.
Like us on Facebook.
Like on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, and leave a 5-star Frog Splash review on the Spotify and the Apple Podcast. And we're also on Stitcher and TuneIn Radio and every other podcasting platform. I promise
Literally
you.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Don't forget to follow me on all social media platforms. I'm grown ass baby 26.
And I am at AirCarlos97.
And yeah, thanks for tuning in. And we will see you next week whenever I am still the reigning and defending predictions champion.
We'll see you later.